Season 2. Whoa. Oh, I partied too hard last night. I partied too hard on. We partied too hard that night. And I also stayed up because my fan fiction was getting read on cam. So there's no way I was gonna fucking sleep on that, were fucking 6 a.m. on nearly into 7. The fucking fanfic was complete like 7:35 a.m. everyone. So I'm pretty, whoa. I've only had like coming up to 3 hours maybe tops. Yeah, 3 hours sleep. So yeah. But I'm still alive. I'll be fine. Trust me. I've been through worse. Come on. I mean, this year is clearly just giving me the worst treatment. It's finally got its dick out my ass, and it's slowly but surely inching its long schlong out of my gob. Anyway, Futurama Season 2, 19 episodes. Best episode is Head in the Polls, in which we get introduced to Richard Nixon, who is a robot and is just evil. It's just a fucking brilliant parody on the former US president, the former US president. I love it. Just he comes back and he wins the presidential race to become president of Earth. Just amazing. I love it. Xmas Story, the first Christmas-centered episode in which we get introduced to Robot Santa, the maniacal, evil, twisted version of Santa Claus. Why Must I Be a Crustacean in Love is a Zoidberg-centered episode on finding love. Raging Bender, which is another Bender-centered episode in which we get introduced to, I think, Flex. We either get introduced to Flex or we get introduced to him just bending Farnsworth a couple of times, which is fucking hilarious. A Bicyclops built, pretty good centered episode. I think it's a Lure centered episode, which is pretty good. 4-2, I can't remember much of that episode, but it's really fucking good. How Hermes requisitioned his groove back, really fucking good. Hermes centered episode. The Deep South, which is a great episode on Atlanta, Georgia, becoming this sunken paradise. Literally sinking into the water. Mother's Day, in which all the robots are controlled by Mom. One of the main villains in Futurama. The Problem with Poplars, really fucking good episode in which they're basically eating these tasty babies of this unconfirmed species, which is beautiful. An Anthology of Interest #1, in which it's basically the what if episode, such as Bender being like 7 feet tall and smoking a large ciggy, and fighting Zoidberg. I Second That Emotion, very average episode, just Bender gets an empathy chip putting into him. Brannigan Begin Again, he gets fired from his job, as well as Kif, because he's an asshole like that. The Lesser of Two Evils, where we get introduced to Flexo. Put Your Head, really fucking average episode. I think that was the one Lucy Liu. One of them was the Lucy Liu episode as well in the season, I think. Put Your Head on My Shoulders, rather. That was a very good one. A Clown of My Own, another pretty average episode. War is the H Word, The Honking, and the Cryonic Woman, in which we get introduced to Fry's girlfriend from the 20th century come back in the 30th century, which is fucking great. Again, Head in the Polls, my favourite episode of season 2. And Futurama just keeps on getting strong. Season 3.